Girls hungry? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is pretty chilly this morning, actually. Supposed to have a couple cold mornings, but the goats, they're testing that fence. They know they don't have power, and they are pushing up against it, pushing through it, trying to eat the grass on the outside of the fence. So we're gonna hopefully have a charged charger. It's been 2 days. I checked it yesterday, and it was flashing. It went from flashing just red to red and green. So that means it looks like it was increasing. So I let it sit a whole another day. Hopefully today it's solid green, because I think I need to get that charger back on there. Make sure those goats stay safe. All right. Green, solid green. That means the charger is functioning properly. It is nice and charged. Now, unfortunately, it is a very cloudy day again today. So I don't know if it's gonna hold a charge. I don't know how close to not being fully charged that thing is. You know, it might have been just at that peak of half charged to charged, and that's where we're at. So we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. I need to get this thing started, and then we'll see how long it lasts, I guess. Hopefully the sun comes out a little bit more today, and then tomorrow we'll find out. I think I'm gonna change the location of my charger. I think I'm gonna put it on this side of the gate this time. We'll see about maybe angling it a little bit better. Let's see here. Hopefully I can get this ground rod out. Oh, not too bad. Oh man. All right. Okay, so ground. Let's see what kind of length I got here. So I want to hook it to right there. We got south facing. I'm going to bring it out just a little bit. Something like that. That should work. We got our ground rod, which will go somewhere about here. Oh, yeah. I like to take these little posts and kind of set it where the wire is at, just to kind of make sure everyone sees this and is aware that there's a wire over here. Maybe keep them out of this general area, but I think we're pretty much hooked up. Connected there. That's linked to the fence. Yeah, should be able to rock and roll. Okay. All right, so the fence is charging at that point. Ooh, Licorice just got shocked. So I know there is power to the gate, which the gate is being fed from that point to here. So there's only an 8-foot section. The rest of the fence is being fed from that point all the way around to here. So this is the very end of it right here. So I want to check the voltage at this point and see what kind of my levels are at. Oh yeah, we're at 7,000 volts, so we got plenty of power, which you just saw what it did to that goat. All right, guys, now you can have a little free time to roam around. Boy, they got this stuff packed in there tight. Okay, we tried giving them some pumpkin, and I really don't think they enjoyed any of it. I don't think they took or ate any of these leftovers. All right, I think I'm gonna pull this forward a little bit. There we go. A fresh spot. You guys hungry? Want your morning grub? Oh, here they come. Look out, look out. There you go. Licorice, lady mama. This is the one I saw eating through the fence. I think it might have been yesterday. Boy, their coats are starting to get so thick too. Probably prepping for the cold weather, I'd imagine. AJ, licorice, lady mama. Hey, Big Blue. All right, charger is working. Happy, happy goats. The rest of today, I got some family stuff going on. Plus today is Halloween, so we're gonna be hitting the town for some candy with the kiddos. But tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be hitting the woods, hoping to drop a deer and get some meat in the freezer. So wish me luck. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, we made it into the woods. Been out here since like, I think it was 5:30. It sleeted on us for a little bit. There's a little bunny rabbit. Then it sprinkled on and off for like an hour. But 20 minutes after I was all set up and sitting, I had a deer sneak up behind me and just moseyed around a little bit and then just disappeared in the dark. We've got like perfect wind. I'm in the brand new stand, the stand I just set up. So we got that opening the fence, we've got the trail, we've got the choke cherries, we've got the food plot. Then we got the trail behind me, and then we got the ravine over here too. But the wind is coming from like the north northwest. It's blowing right at me, pushing my scent that way. So it's like perfect right now. And it's also the day after Halloween. So, wish me some luck. Looking to get some meat in the freezer. Now, if a big buck comes by, yay, that's great. But if we get a nice big doe, it's gonna hit the ground. So I was range finding some of the spots that I have open for shooting, and I'm really looking at a max of only like 19 yards. So not too bad. A lot of them are about 10 yards, really close. The wind is really picking up. It's starting to get kind of chilly up here. I just had 3 doe come within 10 yards and stop. They were all behind a set of 3 trees. I only needed one of them to move about 2 feet forward, and I would have had my shot. But they turned around, went back the way they came. Dang it. I had 2 more doe come right in again, following the same path as the first 3. They stopped a little farther out, kind of behind that cedar tree right before the funnel coming out of the plot. But sure enough, again, they just moseyed the other direction. Now that was fun. We had a nice doe come in from the same direction. Stopped. There was a bunch of commotion behind that doe. 3 more deer came out. They looked like they were pretty small, like they just came out of the fawn stage. And then a buck. It was a little fork buck, came out. Took off after the doe, caused the doe to jump the trail into the trees in front of me, which I can't get any shots, too brushy. And spooked the doe to the south. Buck came back, hung out just underneath me. The 3 smaller deer, they were hanging out right here. I just, easy shots. They were just hanging out. But tiny little buck, I'm not gonna take it. Tiny little deer, I'm not gonna take those. But that first doe, I would have taken. But the 3 smaller deer and the buck took off that way. The doe is still over there somewhere. So, not really sure if it's gonna keep heading that direction or it might make its way back over here. We'll see. But I'm getting cold. It is chilly. That breeze is blowing. And it is just starting to get to me. Well, it's been a fun morning and a cold morning, that's for darn sure. But yeah, I think I'm about to call it good for this morning. I got some plans for the afternoon, so I'm not gonna be able to get back out here again. But man, we had a fair amount of deer out and about. I was hoping for a little more action. Some bigger deer would have been nice too, but gotta draw my bow back. I don't know, still got some time. So yeah. Back to the acreage we walk. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all next time. Later.